Good morning and welcome to Ma'am Talks.
Good morning.
I didn't say who I was.
I was just saying good morning.
Okay, we'll start over. Good morning
Good morning.
and welcome to Ma'am Talks. I'm Kathy.
I'm Anna.
Just mixing it up a little bit, you know?
I can tell, but when I try to mix it up, she didn't like it.
Exactly.
Okay. Hi. Don't forget to press that subscribe button. Today we're talking about how to set boundaries.
This is the line, Anna. Stay in your lane, girl. Stay in your
Jumping
lane.
over here.
So boundaries. What are boundaries? They are principles that you establish in order to keep yourself safe and comfortable emotionally and physically. Just letting people know this is kind of where I draw the line. This is as far as I'm going to let this go. And healthy boundaries are hard to set. Don't you think it's kind of hard to set sometimes?
I'm trying to figure out what a boundary I've set is, and I can't find one in my head.
Well, you have boundaries, like certain things you won't talk about, or certain things that you won't partake in, or when we used to go to the Grove and take pictures with the Abercrombie guys.
That's right.
She set a boundary, and she wouldn't do it because we're the fun ones.
I didn't want to take pictures with kids that were younger than my children without shirts on. Just didn't appeal to me.
It was fun. It's okay. We all had a good time. But healthy boundaries. So you're giving yourself kind of interpersonal and mental space just to be you and say, this is what I will accept. So what else can you tell me about boundaries?
Well, I'm trying to think. I think that without boundaries, it's a difficult life, you know. When you have boundaries such as, this is all I will do, I will not do that, it doesn't make me feel comfortable, then that's a very good way to live. But when you do things just because other people want you to, or because they insist, or because they invade your space, that's not a very comfortable way to live.
Boundaries are kind of a way to protect yourself from being pressured into doing things. Because anytime I've felt pressured to do something, afterwards I'm like, why did I do that? I didn't want to do it. I knew I didn't want to do it, and I did it anyway. It's kind of about keeping your own mood, your own time, and your own mindset. So you're not smothered by someone else's needs, because that happens with setting boundaries.
That's true, and you go kicking and screaming. So is that really
Right.
a way of doing things and participating? No.
But it's difficult to set boundaries. I think it's very hard for a lot of people. But there are ways to do it. And if you take your time, if you think it out, and you're firm about it, let that person know you're not kind of wishy-washy about it. It's not a flexible boundary. It is a solid boundary. How do you set boundaries though? Let's start with maybe with family. Do you set boundaries with family at all? There must be some boundaries.
Well, I set boundaries in the sense that if I don't want to do something, I say no, I'm not comfortable. You know, if they want to have a reunion in, I don't know, Timbuktu, and I said no, I'm not comfortable right now, I can't afford it, I won't go. And I just don't go. No matter how much, how can you do this to us? You just say no, I can't, I'm sorry, or I won't, or I'm not comfortable.
What about if there's a family party, and I'm not talking about your kids, I'm talking about extended family. If there's a family party and you just don't want to go. You really don't want, for whatever reason, you don't want to go, but you're feeling like, oh, it's a family thing, and what do you do with that? Because I get myself into that one all the time.
Well, it depends. There are some things that you have an obligation to go. And you have to go. It's like the adult thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So you just grin and bear it and you go. But there comes a time when you can say, you know what, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not comfortable, I'm not doing it, and I just don't.
And not have to make, I'll get stuck with, okay, what excuse should I give? Like, oh, we have something that weekend, and I've decided, you know what, I'm just going to say, no, I can't make it. No, people aren't going to say, well, why? What are you doing? Most
Some
people
do.
Some do. That's crossing my boundary. That's
Exactly.
none of your business.
Well, I wouldn't say none of your business.
No, but
you
that
can
you're saying
just
that's what it
insist. You know, there's nothing better than repeating yourself. Oh no, thank you. No, I just can't make it.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to give a why. You
Right.
can just say, I can't make it.
Yeah. What about with your boss? Setting boundaries with your boss.
That one's easy. You can just say, I'm not comfortable with this. I didn't have that problem with.
How about, hey, I need you to work late. You're just really tired. Like, hey, I need you to work late tonight. We've got something coming up. And you are just either too tired or you had already made a plan and you had tickets to something. What do you do with
Well,
that?
if you have tickets, if you seriously have something, you can say, no, I'm really sorry, I cannot make it. Having said that, if it's something that is, important, that you couldn't get done within the boundaries of your hours, and, in my position, I used to have to stay. And I felt that it was my obligation to stay until the job or the task was completed.
Okay.
But, I had a boss who was very wonderful to work with because he knew that I would be there whenever the need arose. So once in a while he would say, you stayed so late last night, why don't you come in later in the morning? So that was great. That was great.
Yes, he was an amazing boss.
He was.
We were very lucky.
Mm-hmm.
What about with your grandkids?
I just established boundaries with them not long ago. They scratched my coffee table one time, and I'm okay. Kids are kids, and it's a table. My kids are more important than the table. But I talked to them, and I said, we are very kind to my Abba's or your grandmother's furniture. And having said that, every time they come in the door now, I put a cover on the table. So they know we have to treat Abba's things nicely, but at the same time, they're children, so I put a cover on it. I'm fine.
I set a boundary that was about calling and asking for things. Because I did, because
Kathy?
I know. So Caden would call a lot and say, he called me Rara. Hi, Rara. So I need some V-Bucks for my game, or I'm playing Roblox and I need some. And it was like, I finally got like, these phone calls are I don't like these phone calls anymore because I dread to get the phone because I know what it's going to be. So now it's like, sat down with him. I said, look, when you call somebody, and anybody, not just me, don't start off with, this is what I want. Start off with, hi, how are you? Fine, how are you?
And then hit them up for
how's your day? Well, how's your day going? Or what's new? Something, what's going on in your life? Something, a little something. So now he calls and I'll say, hello. And he says, hi, Rara. I'll say, hi, Kate, and what's up? He goes, well, first, how are you?
How cute.
And then he says, how's your day going? This could be like 7 a.m. It's going well. How's your day going? Fine. So what's up? Well, you don't have, he'll say, you don't have to say yes, but I was thinking that maybe, and then he'll ask for what he wants and I say yes anyway. But it's just so funny because it's important to me to have a relationship with my grandkids, anybody that's not based on what I'm going to give you. If that's all our relationship is, I don't want it. And I don't care if you're related to me or not. That may sound pretty sharp, but I don't want that kind of relationship, especially with people I love. So I set a boundary and he learned, and I hear him on the phone with other people now, and he always starts off with that now. So that made me feel really good. He learned a lesson in there.
That's nice.
So boundaries are just about your personal space, what you will and won't accept. And I think the more you start to set boundaries with whoever, it becomes easier.
Mm-hmm.
And some people won't like that, and that's okay. That's not your problem.
And also, I think it's your personality. At work, a lot of people knew that I had very strong boundaries around me, and so they were very respectful of it. Just because that was the way I was.
Or afraid.
Or afraid of me, who knows?
Now I'm being honest.
That's fine, but
It's
I
the same
do.
thing,
I
yeah.
have certain boundaries, so
Yeah. And you should. That's taking care of yourself. Self-care.
it also is having to do with what kind of raising or upraising you had. Had a very sheltered, very protected, so I take care of me.
And now we're unsheltering her and teaching her the bad ways of life.
She is. She's teaching me a lot.
She's
of
doing
things.
well.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to click those share and like buttons.
And our YouTube channel, Mam Talks. Please subscribe and watch and follow and share and do all that stuff for us. Also, our website, www.mamtalks.com, where we are posting in a blog form what we have been talking about in the videos. So please check in with us and see all the good stuff that's going on. And again, we were so excited about that contest we just had, and the winner will be getting their Amazon gift card. So we'll come up with some other fun stuff to do.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you guys very much. Have a great day. And remember, keep embracing getting older with us. Bye.